Wait! We can't stop here. This is bad country.
And a host of other teenagers that were part of a harem of underage sex slaves. Jeffrey Epstein was indicted and imprisoned for keeping dozens of underage girls on his Caribbean island estate to satisfy his sick sexual appetite. And Bill Clinton was no stranger to Epstein, frequently flying to his private island on one of Epstein's many private jets. Plastered on the walls of Epstein's island mansion, according to a lawsuit and information provided by teenage sex slave Virginia Roberts, were lewd photos of underage girls. According to Virginia Roberts, Bill Clinton, sitting at the table with two other underage sex slaves, didn't seem to mind the arrangement of Epstein's sexual proclivities or the child porn plastered on the walls or the frequent orgies at Epstein's estate. Virginia Roberts was one of at least 20 underage girls, one as young as 13, that were part of Epstein's pedophile ring that serviced politicians and British royalty. Most of the girls have been paid off with Epstein's billions to keep their mouths shut, some say specifically to keep quiet about Bill Clinton's exploits at the Caribbean island pedophile paradise. But this just scratches the surface. The lawsuit claims that Bill Clinton had close contact with one of Jeffrey Epstein's employees who kept thousands of photos of underage children, posed in lewd sexual positions. The photos were sort of a catalog of Epstein's sex slaves made available for the rich and powerful to pick and choose from. If Bill Clinton's pedophilia is exposed as being true,
when they find out they won't get away.
Thank you for joining us tonight. It had all the elements of a thriller crime movie. An undercover federal agent gains the trust of a dark, mysterious group, then springs the trap in a Southern California paradise. But the FBI says it was all too real, and the criminals were after sex with little boys.
I spent 26 years in the FBI, many of those years in an undercover capacity. I was the undercover FBI agent in 20 administratively approved undercover operations. I was a contract killer, a drug dealer, a white-collar criminal. I spent 3 years infiltrating NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. NAMBLA was my most difficult case. Psychologically, it was gut-wrenching to listen to men talk about their justification on why it was proper to have sex with boys.
If we meet and try to keep a connection, I think that's really right now where it's at. It's not a cool time for us to be out and vocal about this. I can be out and vocal about being gay. I consider myself that. I consider myself also an atheist, and I'm out about that. And but those things are you go around saying you like to run your hand through a boy's hair or kiss him or do other things like that, it doesn't get the same reaction.
We met in a nondescript rehearsal hall, hardly the type of place where an organization as vaunted as NAMBLA claimed to be deserved to be meeting. To begin the conference, we went around the room and everyone introduced themselves.
My name is David.
My name is Sam, or Samuel Lindblad. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and a year and a few months out of prison.
Joseph, you want to...
No one talked about abolishing age of consent laws. They came together to network with like-minded individuals. They came together to learn where they could go to have sex with little boys.
I'm Todd, divorced dentist from Dallas.
I'm Steve, from Pittsburgh.
I first found out about this organization, the Boy Scouts.
I'd heard about NAMBLA maybe over 20 years ago, really.
Over the years, I've been a member of the New York chapter, the Los Angeles chapter, and the San Francisco chapter.
During my 3-year infiltration of NAMBLA, I corresponded with about 165 members of the organization, all of whom were in prison. Some I sent Christmas cards, some I corresponded as a pen pal.
I have been active in the Christmas card, the pen pal program. And
their letters were graphic. Many described in rich detail what they did to little boys. This organization was hiding behind the First Amendment. A.W. Tozer said that the only book that should ever be written is one that is forced out by inward pressure. I spent 3 years infiltrating NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. After that investigation, that was the book that was forced out of me. I wanted to alert the world to this organization that preys upon our sons.
When they find out, they won't get away.